If you're a PC gamer on a budget looking for your next rig, you need to watch this. I have reviewed endless gaming PCs on this channel, but lately there's one specific brand that seems to be getting increasingly more and more popular over time. Today we're taking an honest, in-depth look at the Stormcraft Viper. By the end of this video, you will know without a doubt if this PC gives you the best price to performance or if you're just paying for fancy plastic. We're thoroughly testing the build quality, fan noise, thermals, and most importantly, the gaming benchmarks. Even if something that I reveal makes you not want this PC, just stick around because I've also lined up alternative PCs that I recommend for every budget. They'll be linked down below in the comments and description, as well as tagged directly on this video or using a QR code if you're watching on a TV. And as always, drop a comment if you have any questions, and if you're publicly subscribed, I guarantee a personal response. Huge thanks to Origin PC for sponsoring this video. They hooked us up with two absolutely beastly systems, the Neuron and the Chronos. If you're looking for elite gaming performance and jaw-dropping presentation, the Neuron is an absolute showpiece. It features a stunning fully panoramic glass design that turns your high-end components into a visual centerpiece, and it's now available with interchangeable color panels in red or blue, giving you some really sick combinations. Inside our Neuron, we're rocking the ultimate gaming combo, a Ryzen 9800X3D paired with a 5080 GPU. It'll push max settings with real-time ray tracing, utilizes path tracing technology for mirror-like effects on textures, and gives you some insanely high refresh rates. And the Chronos, Origin managed to pack the same specs into a highly optimized small form factor case, combining the demands of power users and minimalists and delivering elite cooling through its steel mesh panels without sacrificing performance. Both of these systems are backed by Origin PC's world-class lifetime support and 24/7 US-based phone service. Hit the link down below to customize your very own Origin PC Neuron or Chronos today. And be sure to check out their special offers page to see their latest promos. Alright, now let's rewind back into the past real quick and check out what came in the box. First, we've got an accessory box, and in it you're getting the essentials, a beefy power cable, SATA cable for future hard drives, Wi-Fi antennas, and a quick start guide. But check this out. The included peripherals are actually pretty solid. The keyboard feels surprisingly premium, and while the mouse is a little light, it mimics the look and feel of high-end gear when the lights go out. Now moving to the case, this compact form factor is clean, and I will always give points to glass panels that pop off without tools. Airflow is efficient, 2 intakes on the front, 1 exhaust on the back, and the large majority of the heat flowing out the top 3 fans. And the simple air cooler in here, honestly, all this 14th Gen i5 needs. But guys, we need to talk about the RAM. This was my biggest disappointment with this PC. They only included 1 stick of RAM. It's also 3200 MHz DDR4, and single channel memory is never good for gaming performance. But stay with me because there is a massive silver lining. This PC's price to performance ratio more than makes up for it, and we'll get to that here in a sec. The $400 GPU in this PC handles all the heavy lifting, and the case is practically begging for future upgrades. Just look at this. I dropped my extremely massive 4080 Super in here, and look at all of that breathing room. You even have a full-size PCIe slot still available underneath. Rounding it out, the operating system sits on a 1TB ADATA Legend 860, giving us speeds of about 7,000 megabytes per second read and about 6,400 write. Those are some pretty respectable speeds for a budget pre-built. All of this sitting on an ASRock B760M CD4 motherboard. And between the back of that and the ports on the front, we've got 10 USB-A's and 1 USB-C. So plenty. And spinning around to the back and removing the back panel, honestly, incredibly clean cable management for a budget build. To the right, we've got a few bracket holes for 2.5-inch SATA SSDs, and in the top left, a 650 watt 80 plus gold power supply. And you can see when we add up all the parts for this, you're getting a massive discount to buy this pre-built than building it yourself. That's insane. It literally costs you money to build it yourself. Now, when it comes to the software side of things, if you're a hardcore tweaker who loves diving deep into the BIOS to squeeze out every last drop of performance, you're going to be right at home here. There's plenty to customize to scratch that itch. But let's talk about the fun part, aesthetics. You can control the RGB using the default ASRock polychrome map, but honestly, skip it. Do yourself a favor and download signal RGB. It is infinitely better. It syncs everything seamlessly, and it's exactly what I run on literally every PC that I review. And they don't pay me a dime to say that. It's totally free. Now for the thermals, you can see in our thermal imaging time lapse from computer off to full-on gaming that as usual, we do get some heat building up on the glass right next to the GPU and just above the CPU air cooler at the top of the PC. Taking off the glass panel and moving in closer, we can see a little bit more in detail where specifically some of those hotter areas are. Mostly from that GPU, but also on that SSD drive without a heatsink there in the back. The large majority of my thermal testing was spent in actual gameplay. These were our CPU temperatures for several different games at 1080p. Pretty cool overall, and looking at the averages, you can see that it's actually the second coolest CPU that we've ever tested. This proves that that simple air cooler is definitely doing its job well, but also not typically a super hot CPU to begin with. Stormcraft originally sent me the 5060 version of this PC, and you can see that that led to an even cooler overall CPU temperature because that GPU doesn't get as hot. Now moving into 4K gaming, we're focusing on the GPU temperatures here because high resolution gaming puts more pressure on the GPU and eases up on the CPU. And you can see that in this overall chart that compared to the rest, it's about where we thought it would be for a 5060 Ti GPU. And because everything stayed pretty cool, the fans did not have to work that hard either. This led to pretty low fan noise, hitting only around 40.9 decibels when the computer was idle, and about 42.2 decibels when in performance mode during gaming. And as you can see in the charts, this is about average compared to everything else. Now getting into the performance and gaming benchmarks, and up next, the most important part of this review, the price to performance ratios. For Cinebench R23, which simulates its 3D rendering power, you can see that compared to everything else, that this is not the best CPU for 3D rendering. And we got similar results in our other main 3D rendering benchmark as well. Our V-Ray performance score again shows the CPU in this PC to be at the bottom of the list for this type of task for creative professionals. For actual gameplay though, these were our average and 1% low FPS numbers that we got for several games at their highest preset settings at 1080p, 1440p, and 4K gaming resolutions. These are some pretty decent numbers for a gaming PC with a 5060 Ti. Then averaging all of those gaming FPS together and putting it up next to many of the other gaming PCs that we reviewed, you can see that its overall average FPS was just slightly lower than that ABS Cyclone Aqua that we just recently reviewed. It beat that PC at 1440p though. This is because the more powerful 5060 Ti GPU in this PC excels at higher resolutions. And if you really need to game at 4K with a budget build like this, you can see that it technically moves up in rank, but still with very low FPS numbers. You'll want to tune down your graphics settings to low if you want 4K on a budget build like this. Now for my most favorite part, the price to performance ratios. Right now at the time of this recording, this PC sits at $1,000. That is an incredible deal for a 5060 Ti GPU pre-built right now. So much so that it's technically not in stock. You can still purchase it on back order though, and they'll ship it when it becomes available, which as of right now, it looks like just a couple days from today. And looking at the price to performance charts, you can see that we now have a new chart topper. This is the best dollar per FPS ratio that we've ever seen out of all the gaming PCs that we've ever reviewed. No matter what you game at, every resolution had this PC at the top as the best value. If you're on a super tight budget and you need to be under $1,000, then I would go with this Skytech Blaze Mini with the Ryzen 5 5500 and 3050. This is the absolute bare minimum that I'd recommend for semi-decent performance at low graphic settings. For those of you that can afford more than this PC with a budget closer to $2,000, I would definitely go with this version of the Skytech King 95 that I reviewed with the 7800X 3D CPU and 9070 XT GPU. This is one of my favorite, if not my most favorite gaming PC designs, and I can tell from how many polls that I've done that you guys feel the exact same way. We've benchmarked PCs with this exact CPU and GPU combo, so here are the FPS that you can expect with this one at every resolution. But because this one is such a hot pick, I predict it to go back up in price or out of stock very soon. So if that happens, you can also get a version of that Lenovo Legion Tower that we just talked about for about the same price, but slightly inferior performance and not as easily upgradable as that King 95. If you want top tier performance and can afford closer to $3,000, then I would get this Andromeda Insights with the 5080. I tested this exact configuration, so here are the FPS that you can expect for each game with the highest graphic presets at every resolution. This was also one of the most voted for gaming PCs. And if you really like this one, there's also a 5090 version of this PC for the ultimate highest performance that you can currently get in a gaming PC if money is not a factor. Another benefit of Andromeda Insights PCs is that you get a 2-year warranty, which is double the standard. But an even better deal than that is this Skytech O11V with the exact same specs for only $5,000. I've also reviewed this exact configuration of this PC, so here are the exact FPS that you can expect for each game with the highest graphic presets at every resolution. I know a lot of you prefer to buy from Best Buy, and usually they have some of the best prices, but this PC is hundreds of dollars more expensive on Best Buy than at Walmart. So you may just want to abandon your Best Buy loyalty for this one. If you do decide to purchase this PC or any of the others that I mentioned, then please remember to use my affiliate links in the comments and description below, or tag directly on this video, or using a QR code if you're watching on a TV, as I get a small commission at no cost to you for every single purchase made. And it's actually a major factor in keeping this channel going and getting better and better for you. Also, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications turned on to stay up to date with all of my latest tech and gaming PCs. PC gaming is awesome, but please trust me, do not let it take over your life. What helps me mentally is getting outside, staying active, eating healthy, and spending more time with my family. Also, studies have shown that reading the Bible at least 4 times a week can massively boost your mental health, and I can attest to that. And if you are a little skeptical about the Bible, then check out the book or documentary, The Case for Christ.